everyone. Welcome to Booked and Bonded, live from the realms of books, best friends, chaos, and banter. We're your hosts, Lizzie
and Larissa.
And we need you to grab a snack and your favorite beverage of choice, and let's get bonded over Fourth Wing. That was rough.
You did it.
What are you drinking?
I have a Coke Zero, a giant Coke Zero. Can never go wrong with that. What are you drinking today?
I have an iced coffee. I was pointing it into my microphone.
Mike, take a look.
It's French vanilla.
I love that.
It's pretty good.
French vanilla coffee.
You got a snack?
I don't. I'm lacking in snack department right now.
I got a granola bar, peanut butter.
The sweet and salty ones I used to have all the time. They make me feel so nostalgic. I love those.
I got it from Costco, and so it was nice to get like a big thing of it, and I just didn't worry.
The worst part about being a teacher is that you can't get all the snacks you want because you can't have peanuts.
My boss, she is severely allergic to nuts, and I feel so bad now. And I've never like sent her into shock or anything like that, but like I do enjoy eating trail mix or eating peanut butter and stuff, and so now like every time I do it, I like consciously wash my hands so much and wash my desk because I'm like, I don't want her to come near me and like get a whiff of it or accidentally touch it and then like die.
It's casual.
She has gone home because of an allergic reaction though, so like it's like really bad.
All right, Bookish Life updates. What you got going on there?
Well, I am rereading Icebreaker because I was talking to someone about it and I was like, oh, I kind of want to reread that. So I'm rereading that, and I started Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban audiobook.
Okay. Yeah. I really enjoyed that one. I liked The Prisoner of Azkaban. I just started the Goblet of Fire.
Nice.
So I'm having fun with that. I think this is, you know how you were talking about how it feels like the second book is where it starts to change feelings for you.
Mm-hmm.
After the fourth is when it's, or like kind of halfway through the fourth one is where it starts to change for me.
That's
so
fair.
We're getting to that point.
I've been seeing a lot of clips of Daniel Radcliffe. No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yay. A lot of clips lately of him on my like
I have too.
interwebs. I was like, oh, okay.
He has gone on so many side quests.
He has. He has a kid.
That's
weird
kid?
to me. He has a kid.
I didn't know that.
His kid, I think he has a son. He has no idea who Harry Potter is. I think it's funny.
I love that.
I do for him, yeah. I don't think I would want my kid. It's going to be really weird when you have a kid and they look up your name or my name and they find this podcast. I'm like, yeah, that's how we make money.
If we're talking about the next generation, they're going to have no clue what Harry Potter is. Like, the ones that I'm teaching right now but don't really have an idea. Like, they barely do.
Well, I think it's also unfortunate that the author of it is not the most liked, so it's hard. Because, like, people are trying to, like, step away from it, but it is such a core in a lot of our, like, childhood, so it's hard.
It is difficult.
I love the story. I do not stand for the author, but it's a hard mix.
Yeah.
What about your bookish life updates? I know you said that you started Goblet of Fire. Are you reading any other books?
Am I reading any other books? I'm still working on Magnolia Parks. I'm taking my time with it because I've been enjoying it so much and I don't want it to end. So Yay. I'm going as slow as possible. I'm like 30% of the way through. And I'm still reading those books with my class, but pretty much just focusing on the Goblet of Fire and Magnolia Parks right now, which will be a little bit.
That's fair. Well, that is exciting.
It is.
I'm on like I don't know if it's because I was sick and I'm like not in the reading mood. That's why I was kind of hoping Icebreaker kind of like brought me back to it.
I have a beautiful edition of Icebreaker and I've still never read it.
What? I didn't know you had a pretty edition.
I need to show it to you. I got it at Target. It has beautiful sprayed edges.
Oh,
I need to show you.
It is a really good book, but there is the relationships with people, like there are some like triggering things, especially I've like dealt with eating issues, and so the main character also has like that kind of same control, like, and that's a little triggering to me. And one of the characters is a jackass, and I want to punch him in the face so hard. And so it's hard for me to like, I'm still part of the book where it's like they're a good person, so it's like, just get to the end where they're shitty and you hate them.
I completely forgot that I finished Deep End.
That you did? How'd that go?
Deep End was so much fun. I loved it. It was a great experience. If you like, it's not dark romance. How are we describing this? If you like stories with spice and exploration and also great communication skills, you would like this. If you also like college romances, you would like this. If you like sports romances, you would like this. It's got all those things going on.
You saying spice, I want there to be a different spice, like, ratio. Because, like, normally, you know, like, the emoji of the chili peppers, it's 1 to 5 chili peppers. Mm-hmm. I think there needs to be more. Okay, so, like,
Agreed.
I think there needs to be 1 to 5 chili peppers is, like, 0 chili
How
peppers.
much is happening?
Yes, like, what is on page? And then I need, like, ghost pepper to, like, Carolina Gold, like Carolina Reaper, like that kind of heat to tell me what darkness it is. Because, like, no chili peppers means there's nothing on page. You may, like, they might kiss, but, like, no feeling. Like,
yeah.
5 chili peppers, you are getting the visual description of the man's eggplant. Mm-hmm. And then I need, like, a jalapeno without seeds to Carolina Reaper, and that will tell me if, I don't know, like,
knife play.
Yeah, knife play. Like, is it just sex, or is it she's tied up and there's 15 people? Like,
right, like, what's going on there?
I need that kind of thing, because sometimes when people are like, for great example, Fourth Wing, people are like, oh, it's a spicy book, and I'm like, Fourth Wing is like a 2 chili peppers, like, it's on page. Mm-hmm. But it's not, it might be 3 chili peppers. But it is a jalapeno with, like, a little bit of seeds. Like, it's not a Reaper, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yep, I completely understand that.
I need that. I need, like, that to become more common. People do.
Yeah, we need to come up with a system in the book community.
And I think we're there. We just need, like, an extra layer, because there are some books that I'm like, this needed more than 5 chili peppers of warning. Even if there was 50 pages of trigger warnings, I still needed more.
The only trigger warning that was at the beginning of that book was it was 2 consensual adults who explore, like, their kink fantasies. That was the trigger warning at the beginning.
I love that.
Yeah, it was great. It was very positive.
I'm gonna have to read that. It's on my TBR now, so we'll do that. Well, we are at that point where we need to open the archives. Do you want to move on and do that?
I was about to say, yeah, let's move. Where are we moving to?
Florida.
No. Foot down.
Okay. Finland.
Yep, I'm down. Finland.
Okay, Finland it is!
Alright, the archives are open. We're officially in Finland. Let's go.
Well, speaking of Finland, you know, Fourth Wing is famously, chapters 25 and 26 are in Finland! I tiz, a joke, I joke, I joke. But we are covering chapters 25 and 26. I like these chapters because they're very short, but they're like fun chapters.
They're also transitional, which
Yes.
I'll talk about a little bit when we get to the bonded breakdown.
Sounds good. So I was sick last week and I felt perfectly fine Friday. Like, Larissa and me had a movie night. It was great. Go see our social medias if you want to see some of it. But I felt fine. I felt tired by the end of the night, but I was like, okay, it's just a social battery. I woke up Saturday and a truck had hit me. Donald and me did not leave the bed at all that day. I woke up maybe like 4 times, slept the rest of the day, dying, like absolutely dying. I had my brother-in-law. He got us some medicine. He got us some Gatorades. He got me a thermometer because I couldn't find mine and I could not be pressed to do it. I had 102 fever Saturday and Sunday. Between shivering and sweating my ass off. You know how we had all the snow and stuff? I had the windows open and the heated blanket on. I was going crazy.
What?
Because like every 3 minutes I would switch in between sweating and I would rip off the blankets and then I would be freezing and I'd put the blankets back on. It was awful. I slept all of Sunday. Finally, Donald started feeling better, but he didn't leave the bed. Monday, called off work, slept for half of the day, then like was able to like actually sit up. By the way, also have not ate anything since your party. I haven't ate a single thing. And then Tuesday comes and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work remote. I make it like 3.5 hours and I'm like, this is not happening. And I'm like, I message my boss, I'm like, I'm going to bed. So I go to bed. I finally work a full day Wednesday remote and I'm finally getting back together. But I was dead. I was dead to the world. It was awful. I hope anyone that's sick gets healthy quickly because I would not wish that on anyone that I love.
That sounds terrible.
Who isn't sick? Violet.
Well,
Who isn't actively with a flu? Violet.
Violet.
Chapter 25.
Okay, the epigraph for chapter 25 gives us some insight to what's about to occur. And it's from page 77 of the Book of Brennan. The squad battle is more important than the wing leaders will let on. They like to joke that it's a game, that is just bragging rights for the squad leaders and the winning squad, but it's not. They're all watching. The commandant, the professors, the commanding officers, they're watching to see who will rise to the top. They're salivating to see who will fall. Gross.
Very, yes, gross. But it's very interesting because I believe the last chapter or the chapter before, Xaden was like, there's more important things than the squad battle. And, like, it's a very different perspective, even with Brennan's 3 years in the quadrant versus Xaden's, because of what each other knows in the moment.
Yeah.
So
I felt a jump scare from the last chapter to this one. I don't know why I wasn't ready for squad battle. I felt like it was so abrupt.
I mean, she had to move along somehow. And, like, literally the last 2 chapters, we went from, like, beginning of December to, like, March. Mm-hmm. She was like, I need to move this story along. But yeah, it does feel kind of abrupt. We were just, like, with Xaden and Violet learning how to help Violet stay on the dragon and all that kind of jazz. And so it kind of does feel abrupt, but they are in the middle of it. They're actually towards the end of it. They are 7 out of the 30. How many squads are there? 30
28? No,
I was thinking
24.
32. Oh!
7 out of 24.
7 out of 24. And they are watching Liam fight someone from Second Wing, I believe. And they're just cheering him on. He's a great fighter, so, you know, he's gonna whip some ass, which he does. he wins. After describing how he is bending this guy's back
What?
like it's gonna break.
Stop.
Yeah, I reread this morning, and I was like,
Ugh.
wait, hold on. I would love my back to be cracked, but not like that. It's like
Think of a rainbow. That's
like,
how that
it
person
is
was.
a question mark. It's like it's that curve. But Liam wins. Everyone's super excited.
That puts
Violet
him in third.
noticed. It puts him in third. Yeah, Violet is like, and everyone is really cheering and everyone's happy, hugging, except for Violet notices Sienna and Dane, their leadership of the squad, is not there. And she's like, oh, this is kind of odd. He, like, would definitely have been here. And she finds out very shortly after it is a reason why they're not there. And Pancheck comes and they're like, instead of doing your last battle, your last challenge tomorrow, it's happening right now. And he's like, really hyped about this. And I'm like, okay, dude, chill.
Great, thanks. They don't get to sleep.
Yeah, thank you very much. But he's basically saying, without your leadership, you have to work as a squad, and you have 3 hours to bring us the thing our enemies would be the most important thing to our enemies. And they kind of make it very vague for a reason, because they kind of want to see what the cadets do. And they're like, you have 3 hours, go. And so Imogen gets all her ducklings in a row, which I love that they actually use that quote, because I say that all the time when I'm like with friends and stuff. Do I have all my ducks?
Where are my ducklings?
Where am I? Is everyone together? Perfect. Okay. And so Imogen gets everyone and gets the squad together, and they go to chat and like to debrief. Let's figure out what's happening. And when she's like, okay, like who wants to lead? She looks to Liam, and Liam's like, I can't lead. I'm gonna protect that girl. Have you seen Zayden? He's scary as fuck.
He just says no.
Yeah, he does.
Everyone knows why.
Everyone knows why. And then Imogen's like, okay, like anyone else? Riddick is like, I will. And
Rhiannon is like, absolutely not.
absolutely not. Finally, Imogen, someone's like, you should lead. And so she's like, yep, cool. She asks the third years to be respectful, but in the end she leads, and she's like, okay, what can we do? Like, what are we gonna think? So everyone's kind of like blurting out ideas, and they're like, oh, we can get a cross bolt, which is like a really powerful weapon they have. Or like, I don't know, what if we steal a missive from the archives? And Violet's like, oh, the archives are closed, so like we can't do that. And Liam's like, damn it, like information would be like the most important thing. And this starts Violet turning her head.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, oh yeah, information is like the most important thing to our enemies. And so she's like, I have an idea, but it's crazy. And Imogen's like, let's hear it. Let's just hear it, work it out, let's talk. So Violet goes up and she's like kind of talking out loud. And she's like, okay, let me understand all my assets. She's like, I know Riddick can wield ice. Sawyer can manipulate metal. Ree can summons things. Imogen can wipe memories. What else do we got? She's like, Heathen, what's your ability? Heathen can breathe underwater, which is pretty cool. Emery can, who's a fellow first year? Mm-hmm. No. Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
No.
No?
Emery is the third year, I think. Or second year. He's okay. The one that can do the wind.
Yeah.
Quinn can astro project.
That's insane.
I want to know what was going on where you needed this as your signet, because it's dope.
Well, I need to be in two places at once. I need that. I could see that.
I could see that too. But you talk to the Deadler. So.
You're right. I can't get over that.
I can't either. Nadine, which is the fellow first year, she can unwield wards, which pretty interesting, kind of like the opposite of what they would want, but useful in the end. Liam has Farsight. Violet also doesn't know her signet yet. And then obviously Dane and Sienna are not there, so their signets don't matter. And Violet has the brilliant idea of, well, information is the most important thing, and I know where the most sacred information is. Let's break in to my mom's office.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. They wait 2 hours for night to fall for this plan to even be able to happen. And this is kind of how the plan's supposed to work. We have Quinn, who is astro projecting with the core squad that is Ree, Riddick, Sawyer, Imogen, Nadine, Liam, and Emery. Because Hedon is with Quinn, safe away, and everyone else is with the squad. And so Quinn is astro projecting, and she's going to be the distraction to the guard of the office, because obviously she can just disappear and she's not going to get caught. And then we have kind of Liam, who's going to be the guard out in the hallway, and everyone else is going to look for information. Ree and Sawyer maybe stay behind. Ree and someone stays at the other end of the hallway to also be a lookout, but they make it into the office. Violet is very specific of like, make your own lights, don't mess with her, she'll know instantly that someone's here, and they kind of spread out. Violet takes the desk, Imogen and someone, I don't know who actually is together, they look at like the table, and someone's looking at the bookshelves. So they just look for stuff, like, let's see what we can figure out.
Can we talk about how cool it is that Nadine can unweave words?
You don't think it's useful, but it was very useful to get into the office.
It would be useful for the other side.
It would be very useful for the other side.
Which we know would make sense because they kind of shadow or mimic each other, like the Venin and Ryder. So who is a Venin that can unweave words?
Hopefully, none of them.
Yep.
Violet starts looking at the desk, and there are 3, like, letters there. And she picks up the first letter. Well, she picks up a dagger first. And this dagger just happens to have some Tirish runes, and it's alloyed enhanced. And she's like, oh, maybe she's just using it as a letter opener.
Yep,
I'm
casual.
like, ma'am, like, you even noted when you got your daggers from Xaden about the Tirish runes and how, like, not a lot of people use them anymore. And it's not even a little bit suspicious that your mom has a dagger on her desk.
If Violet was taught to question more growing up, to, like, question authority, she would have known from, like, the get-go.
She would have. But that's not what scribes are taught.
Nope.
But she puts the dagger aside, even though I'm like, ma'am, the writing was on the walls. And she picks up the missive. The first missive is from someone on the southern border asking for more troops. It's like a general down there, and they're like, we know you know how bad it is, but I have to do my due diligence and write to you myself. Like, we need backup. Like, this is really bad. We need support. And Violet's like, oh, I didn't realize it was that bad down there. She puts that down. She picks up the second missive, which is from someone in the Tirish, like, area saying, we need, like, there's some unrest about people getting constricted into the war down here. Like, we need to, like, show them good faith. I think it would be really smart if we increase defense up here. Like, show them that, like, we value them, because this area brings a lot of our constructs into Basgiath, and if they're upset and they're not doing our front line, we're going to be SOL'd. And Violet thinks this is really weird. Like, why would we defend that area? Like, put more defense. There's nothing happening in that area because of where it's positioned in the continent. We unfortunately don't actually get to see what's in the third letter, which I would have loved, but it's fine. Yeah. Imogen pipes up and she's like, these are just numbers, looking at papers. And Violet's like, oh yeah, It's March, like she's doing budget.
Budgeting.
Budgeting. And everyone's like, what? And as an accountant, I'm like, I need to know the budget for this place.
A lot.
I need to know why the general...
Why is the general doing the budget?
Yes. Like, I understand she having, like, a say in it because, like, she knows what things are run, what things need more resources in that nature. Like, that is pretty common, like, even in a company. But, like, why is she doing the whole budget?
Yeah,
what is the
crazy
budget?
Work.
Who does she have to talk to? Is she talking to the king about the budget? Is she weirdly an accountant and no one knows this? Lilith, I have questions.
So many.
So they're not really finding anything. They're still looking. Then Violet looks up and sees the map. There's a couple things she notes about this, which is interesting. And she's like, it has all the latest, like, troop movements, it has supply paths, it has where enemies have been most recently. These are like the most up-to-date things. She also talks about, with the second letter, she's like looking at the area in Tirish where this is happening, and she's like, I don't understand why we would give them more money for defense because of where they're positioned. They have the barons next to them and like Perinthium. Where's the other one? What is the other place called? Paromial.
What are we talking about?
Violet's noticing in Tirish there's a lot of like buffer. So increasing defense doesn't make sense. But she also notices that there's like a burnt spot where Arisha was. And she notes that they burned down Arisha after the rebellions. And like the map is actually also burnt.
It's crazy. I get it. Because they're like, it's bad memories. I need to burn that. But
it's giving me the Black family tree.
Yeah, for sure.
But then Violet's brain clicks and she's like, information. What's more important than our latest troop paths and positioning and where we're going to go next? So they steal the map.
The map.
The huge map that takes 2 people to carry. They roll it up. Liam's whistling. He's like, okay, the guard's coming back. We gotta get moving. They move. Ree at the other end of the hallway uses her signet. It's getting so strong. She pulls the map to her.
Yeah.
We love Ree. We stand.
Through a wall, right?
I don't know if it's through the wall yet, but I know it's a significant distance because she's like at the where they were, the staircase where they all came up on. And so they're pretty down the hallway. The guard comes back. They knock him out. Violet drugs him.
Casually.
I'm like, casually just drug. And he's like, it's just to help him sleep a little bit. It's fine.
Liam's like, you're terrifying. Oh my god. What the heck is that?
And then they start running back to the competition. Luckily, they make it in the nick of time. They are the last ones to show up, which Dane is not happy about, but fuck him, so who cares? Violet is only looking for one pair of eyes, and those eyes happen to be onyx with gold flecks. People present. Some squads, they have some interesting finds. Hold on, I wrote them down. A squad from First Wing takes Kaori's journal of dragon kind. Really, it's like same with the information thing. Like everything that we know about dragons, he has in that journal. Our enemies would be able to use that and have any kind of information about our dragons. Not good. So, not a bad idea. Not really smart to steal from Kaori, but whatever. Second Wing has a infantry guy that looks like he was pulled out of his bed with his name tag on, which is also along the lines of information.
They just have the uniform with the name.
Oh, they just have the
person.
Totally didn't read it that way. I think I'm getting it confused with the scribe on the next one. So they have the uniform with the name tag, which is like something you think about their flight letters. They don't have any name tags or anything on them. So, information. I'm really loving that.
That grants them access to any outpost or anything like that if they have the name tag. So it specifically is like a key to everything.
You can get in and fight it from the inside. Like the Venon's doing. Wow, we are giving the Venon the script, guys. This is not a good war plan game. Third Wing has a scribe which they drug out of bed. That's where I got that confused. Which looks really the scribe looks really confused and probably very unhappy. And then it gets to Violet's wing, and Imogen's like, it was your idea, you present. And Violet she stands up. I think it's Sawyer and Liam who are the tallest.
So. Yeah.
That unroll the map, and everyone's jaws drop. And Violet's like, well, information. It's the most important thing. This map shows all of our troops' movement, all of our troops' plans, all the supplies, and our enemy's position. And Panchek is like, how do we know that this is current? And Violet's like, because I stole it from my mother's office.
Well, okay. She said General Sorengale's office. She was being respectful.
Okay, I have to respect Lilith. Okay. She was respectful and said General Sorengale's. And everyone was like, the fuck? But she doesn't care because she's just looking at those onyx eyes, and he is proud. He got a smug face, and he tips an invisible hat to her. Job well done. Chapter closes. We're on to chapter 26.
Alrighty, so chapter 26. The epigraph is from Colonel Kaori's Field Guide to Dragonkind, and it says, there is no stronger bond than that between two mated dragons. It goes beyond the depth of human love or adoration to a primal, undeniable requirement for proximity. One cannot survive without the other.
It's crazy how deep a dragon's mated bond goes. Like, you literally start hurting and start getting damage not being next to that someone. Imagine having, like, we both have husbands, we both love our husbands so much, but imagine, like, literally getting sick or something if you weren't with Thomas for, like, a period of time. That's just crazy.
It is crazy. But
I love fated mates, though. It's a vibe.
It is a vibe.
Because of our very brilliant Violet, our squad won!
Yup.
And they get to go to the front lines. And they just arrived at, I don't want to butcher it, Montreal?
Montserrat.
Ah, I'm doing so close. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
They just landed at Montserrat. And Violet's like, oh, these long journeys are awful. It was like a 6-hour flight. She's sore. And she's happy to be on the ground. And it is, I think, all 12 of them. So, like, Dane is there. I don't know if Sienna's... Oh, she is. Perfect. So all 12 of them are there, and they get to go. And it's kind of exciting. It's the front lines. They get to go for a week. Little vacation. Love it. Wonder what they do for classes, because their homework's going to back up.
They're probably just excused.
Or they brought it. It's like, do this packet. You'll be fine.
Wild.
They meet the kind of leader of the fort. He's like, welcome. I bet you guys want to go clean up after that long journey, so we'll get you cleaned up. and you can go to bed, and then we can do like a little tour of the place, like tomorrow. And they're like, okay, cool. He's like, welcome to Montserrat. And Ree kind of like goes like, and Violet's like, what's going on? She's like, later. And she's like, okay, whatever. Well, later happens. No, rewind. There's some other shit that happens. 3 dragons fly. Oh, I wanted to talk about this actually. Okay. He kind of talks about the fort and how there are 12 dragon and rider there. 3 of them are on patrol right now. 3 of them are like ready to go at a moment's notice. And 6 of them are in like different shifts of rest. And that's kind of how like the structure goes. So there's always like 6 that are ready to fight, 6 that are resting, and they can swap off. And 3 dragons come in, and he's like, oh, these are the dragons that just came in from patrol. Why don't you guys come and like say hello to the cadets and stuff? And out of the darkness, all Violet hears is, Violet? And it's Mira!
Mira!
They do like the slow run where they come and they hug each other, and it's a cute little moment. But they also like, they give me like I love their relationship. Mira's like looking over, and they're like giddy, and they're giggling, and they're like, you're alive, you made it, you're okay, yeah, I'm okay, you're alive. And Imogen's like, Sorngals are weird. So true. So true.
So true. The dynamic, strange.
Very strange. And she's like, what are you doing here? And we're like, well, I'm here for a tour. And she's like, this is crazy. And it's really exciting. And they get to talk to each other. And now Violet gets to have the week with her sister. Everyone kind of settles into their rooms. Ree and Violet are roommates because they're besties.
Yep. Stuck together.
Forever. And then Ree finally is like, you know where we are? And Violet's like, yeah, we're about like 200 yards from the coastline. I'm like, that's not what she meant, ma'am. And she's like, my home village is like an hour away on foot. And Violet's like, oh. And they like, they're such good friends that they know. They don't even have to say it. They like know. They're like, okay, we got 6 days. We're gonna let you see your family. And we're like, we're gonna figure it out. And so they don't do anything for the first 2 nights. They're kind of like getting their plans, and they're like, okay, today's the night. We're gonna sneak out and go see your family. And they are really sly, and they creep out, and they're being little ninjas, and then they turn and face plant right into Mira. And Mira's like, what are you doing?
You don't even check your corners.
I taught you nothing. I'm pretty sure all my rules were stay away from Zayden Ryerson, which you failed, and check your corners, which you failed, and stay alive. You did do that one. Good job.
That's a 33%, girl. You can do better than that.
Yeah, come on. Thought you were a good student or something. I'm starting to believe Taryn saying when you don't pay attention to class. Violet's like, oh, nothing. And she's like, you were being Mira said, you're being suspicious. I knew something was up. I switched, like, so I wasn't on patrol because I knew you were going to do something. What are you doing outside of the walls? And Violet's like, Ree, she's going to find out. She's just going to find out. We should tell him. And so she's like, we're going to go see Ree's family. And Mira's like, hey, fucking excuse me? You're going to go what? She's like, Taryn says it's only like a 5-minute flight. It's no big deal. And she's like, Mira's like, you are not going. And Violet, she's so smart. She's like, but Mira, Ree just wants to see her sister. She had a baby. What if I had a baby and you didn't get to see me?
Oh, hold on. I'm feeling foreshadowing vibes.
will not finish this book if Violet gets pregnant.
Everyone else in the whole world is ready for it. She can't be pregnant with this part of the book. She can't.
She's 23, guys. She's known Xaden for like 3 years. Yeah, they're married, but I'm pretty positive that's just to make sure Tyrandor stays in good hands.
Technicalities.
It's a technicality marriage, okay? Hot take. If this book series ends or has a pregnancy trope with Violet, I will go back and give all of the books 1 star.
I think it could happen.
Why? What logical point would a baby do for this book series? There are 2 more books. We still have the conflict with Venin. We still have the conflict with Xaden being a Venin. What in the world would a baby give to this book series?
Other than another person to rule and, like, continue the lineage?
Unless the last book has an epigraph. Nope. What are those called?
It does start with an E. Epilogue.
Epilogue. Unless the 5th book has an epilogue, like kind of like Harry Potter, where it's like 7 years later. I will be upset if a baby comes. Unless the baby is Terrans and Scales.
Yeah, I want that.
But you would be upset too if it was.
Yes, I would be upset because I don't think it's good timing.
I don't think so either. I think there are so much other things that needs to be happen, and a baby is just gonna come. Like, it's just not. It's not the vibe.
Like, if you're thinking about people making choices, like, if this was a choice, I think they're smart enough to not bring a child into a world where that is happening.
You see it in, like, day and age now, even, like, when wars happened, the babies you would have less babies. And then, like, we have, like, the baby boomers after all the wars because people are coming back and having a lot of kids. So, like, it, like, with history, it flows like that.
Consistently having babies no matter what? The people in charge.
I'm gonna be mad.
It could have been an accident.
There's birth control.
Yeah.
I don't want a pregnancy. I don't want it. I will fight to the nail for it. I don't care.
I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying this could be foreshadowing.
Yeah, Mira's pregnant. I'm fine with that one. I don't fucking care. Well, she has a boyfriend.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't think we got his name. I think we only get his signet, that it makes things bigger and smaller.
Right.
I should have said smaller and bigger. Okay. But yes, could be foreshadowing. Upset now.
We're crossing our fingers that it's not foreshadowing.
No babies. Please, Rebecca, no babies. Mira gives in. And she's like, fine. If you're gonna go, I'm gonna go with you, and don't fucking tell anyone. And they're like, okay, we won't. And so they fly off, and they go to Ree's family, and Ree gets to see her family, her parents, and her new baby nephew. Violet and Mira are kind of just chit-chatting, having some sister talk over some wine, and we just get to like dive into their little conversation. They get to catch up with everyone. Or with each other.
They talk about, like, Ree's family dynamic.
Oh,
and they're kind of like, this is so weird.
This is odd. And she's like, yeah, they're like, our family's not like this. Which is always interesting because their family dynamics are so weird, even with things. I always think about you and me. We grew up, same neighborhood, lived our lives together, but our family dynamics could not be any different. And it's just kind of amusing because Ree's family is like all happy, talky, like close, and Violet and Mira are like, yeah, our family's not like that. But Mira's like, I do have some good memories, like by the fire with Dad reading stories to us, like that fable that you wanted to bring.
Love
And
so
she's like,
much.
yeah, you love so much. And she's like, yeah. And Violet's like, yeah, that you made me not bring. And she's like, oh. Mira's like, oh, but I have it. And I saved it for you. And Violet's so excited because now she can reread her book. And she's like, what would ever happen if I forgot what happened in this really niche, weird book? And Violet's like, it doesn't matter because now I can reread it.
Yay!
She's so cute. Um, so she's
They also
excited
talk
to go.
about Mira's scar that she got.
Yeah.
Because she noticed it. So Mira was out on a mission and she got attacked by a griffin. And she got cut.
Pretty bad. Got a scar. They were able to heal her up, but still got a scar. And during that mission, Mira admits that she's like, I could have swore that there were dragons across the ward, but she's like, I'm not privy to like all the movements of troops, so like she brushed it off. And Violet kind of has that little bird in her back of her head being like perping up, and she's like, well, it makes me think. And then she kind of stops herself, and then Mira's edging her on, and she's like, and Violet says, it just makes me think that they're not telling us everything. And Mira's like, well, yeah, of course they're not. Like, classified information, man. Like, we don't all need to know every information. But Mira's a very good soldier, but she's missing the point.
Mm-hmm.
But Violet, is that little bird keeps getting louder and louder, and we're seeing that throughout the chapter. Or not just this chapter, but throughout all the chapters.
Yup.
Mira asks about Dane, and Violet kind of just like, I needed to be able to grow, and he wasn't going to need to let me, so I gave him an ultimatum. And she's like, I just don't know how our relationship is going to get fixed. Like, it's just in a weird spot. Which is I feel like we all have had that kind of relationship where it's like, you have to grow, and life keeps moving, and sometimes relationships don't move with you. And that's not always a bad thing, but it's a hard thing to handle. Mira's very proud of Violet bonding not just one, but two dragons. She's like, my little sister's a badass. And Mira also tells her, because Violet's, like, still worried about not having a signet, and Mira's like, you need to stop blocking yourself. Like, your power is your power, and you thinking it has anything to do with Mom or anything to do with anyone outside is what's, like, preventing you from manifesting a signet. And so Mira's just being a good sister and being like, it's in you. You just gotta believe in yourself and it'll come.
Yeah.
It's already been there, Violet. You just don't know it. You just need to make out with a
You're
hot
blocking yourself. It's like, it's so true. It's a mental block because when she lets her guard down, it happens. She just didn't
Very
know
easily.
that.
Yeah.
So she's still just blocking it out, which is why she's feeling it, because it's always there. Like, it's already happened. It's there. It's ready for her. She just has to accept it.
It also probably is hard because you also don't, like, you're blocking yourself, but you also don't know you're doing that. It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
we're always our own worst nightmare. Like, oh.
I'm wondering if she's thinking she's not worthy of the power yet.
That has to be a part of it.
Yeah. Be tough.
Like, she knows that, like, Taryn's really strong, and Darna has this amazing ability, and she's like, even though she's grown so much and she knows that she's a rider and she belongs there, she still probably has that, like, a little bit of doubt in her. So she's like, oh, I don't deserve to have something. Even though you're gonna have, like, the craziest power.
Yeah, so cool. Her power is power.
And then the dream walking.
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt this, but it felt a little lackluster. I think it has some potential, but it felt a little lackluster to me.
Well, I'm thinking, like, who is she dreamwalking to, right? She's dreamwalking to Xaden. She's dreamwalking with this other Venom. and possibly dreamwalking with her dad.
I'm wondering when it comes to the dream about her dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if it's different when it comes to her own, like, memories. Because I wonder if it's like a lucid dream in the sense of, like, you can kind of manipulate the dream, but it's not like she's walking in someone else's dream because it's her own dream.
It's possible.
I just, like, I feel like that is too much of a coincidence that they have that epigraph about the power. They talk about that she's ready. And then that's
The first
what
thing
they,
that happens.
that's the first thing. Like, that's too much of a coincidence that doesn't happen.
And Rebecca said it's weaved all throughout the book. You just have to look for it.
She is power. She has a lot of power.
Power.
Finally, they're like, okay, it's been a couple hours. We really need to get back before someone notices. And so Ree gets to say her goodbyes. Violet and Mira walk outside to give them some privacy. And Violet asks Mira, like, hey, have you ever been, like, in the same wing as a mated pair? And she was like, yeah, one. Why? And Violet's like, I'm just curious to, like, the dynamic. How long can they actually stay apart? Like, what's gonna happen? And out of the shadows, we hear about 3 days from some onyxed eyes with gold flecks. Xaden.
It's so weird that he shows up to Ree's house instead of going to Montserrat.
Well, we do note it, like, Violet makes the remark when Mira and her step outside that Taryn has been, like, extremely weirdly quiet, especially for Taryn, who butts in on everything.
Yeah.
And we know Taryn's with her because they flew over. And also, something that's crazy, Mira, like, glares at the shadows. So, like, she is really, like, has some gut feeling.
Intuition.
Because, like, yeah, that's the word. Where I think she knew someone was there, but maybe not who it was. But it is weird that he goes to her house, but I think it was strictly, like, Taryn and Sigale. Like, they just,
and they need to be together, yeah.
But I am so excited for chapter 27 because we learned that there's Xaden's point of view. So
and
we can
neither of us
more.
have read it.
Neither of us, yeah, it's going to be a brand new information. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, it's the end of the chapter. Xaden's there. He made it 3 days. And
voila!
Ensues.
It's April. They're at April now.
Oh, it's April. I said
It's
March
April.
earlier.
I think it's
Crazy.
wild that only 12 riders are stationed at every outpost. It makes sense because they... It's so blunt to say, but they die off a lot. Even throughout, like, training and everything like that. So it makes sense that it's only 12, but that blew my mind.
I want to know how many outposts there are.
I'm sure we could find something.
Niffler's being really cute. For those who are just listening, my cat is visiting, and he is being really cute because he wants treats.
Hi, Niffler. It is time for the bonded breakdown with a special guest. I just hear his purrs. So cute.
Bonded breakdown. You said you had some stuff you wanted to talk about with transitional chapters. You want to go on about
It's
that?
it's just a question. Like, does chapter 25 and 26 feel like the turning point from, like, their general school vibes and learning to, like, what's actually going on outside of school and the world? I feel like we went from, okay, this is our world building, to here's a story, here's the war, you're in it now.
Yeah. I do agree. I think it's, like, a point where she, like, Rebecca definitely was like, okay, this is not going to be a standalone book. This is going to be a series. And now that you have the world, let's actually get into it. Because definitely the next couple chapters, it definitely we're on chapter 27 we're gonna start, and there's 39, and you got a lot of things where it's like Violet finds out the truth. Violet is mad for a lot of chapters. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what happens between now, her finding out, and the end of the series.
We're
gonna
gonna
book fight.
go through that together.
But yeah, it kind of does. It's like that. It's like that peak of like, okay, let's get into the meat and bones of it.
Yeah. It's like, it's nerve-wracking, but we're gonna get through it. So I have a couple more questions.
Okay.
So talking about squad battle, what would you plan on stealing for that last task? And with your signet ability that you learned about in the quiz that we took, how would that help you get that item?
So for reminders, I am a shadow wielder like Xaden, and Larissa can talk to the dead.
Casually.
Casually. Which
you kill him, I'll talk to him.
Okay, hold on. Maybe we learn a little bit more in book 2, but maybe just straight up killing them isn't gonna get us all the information. But if I go too far, at least we can still get information.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's think about that. Like, what would I logically think? Information is such a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's the only answer. I feel like my brain went to weapon first. My brain went to the daggers. Not aluminum.
The alloy tipped dagger?
The alloy tipped daggers. That's my first thing. But
that would be a risk if you didn't know what it was.
And I would have had no knowledge of it at that point too.
And I
also think,
unless you do.
But I also think it's a risk because I would have to present that to everyone, and I don't think the upper government. Yeah, I don't think the government would be happy about that. So
I would steal it too, though.
I think honestly, I would go information, but I would go in the sense of you. I would be like, I'm stealing Larissa because I'm gonna force her to bring back like a general or like one of the first 6 and talk to them.
If we're talking about all that missing history that the archives don't even have, that would be insane.
Yeah. So I would steal you.
I think that's a great idea because that's where my brain went to with my signet ability.
Yeah. It's such a unique one that like this all depends on just because we bring them back and talk to them, are they actually going to talk back and tell us the truth? But maybe shadows are kind of like not really there but there. Ghosts are kind of not really there but there. So maybe I can like threaten them a little bit and you can bring them back and chat with them.
I feel like we'd make a good pair to get information out of people.
Gosh, Varish would love us and I hate him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would. That's what I would do. It would be a funny one to
Varish would literally be like, okay, you can either give us the information or we'll kill you and we'll still get the information. So, like, it's up to you.
But sad note for you, Varish, Larissa would not fucking play on your roles.
Nope. I would get the information. I'd tell him a lie.
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 Except for those 2 people that can tell when you lie. That's a crazy signet.
Yeah, that is crazy. Lie detector. There was another signet we heard about. Oh, yeah, when they brought the scribe up, they could stop them from talking.
Yeah, we did learn about that.
Wild. Someone is like, I need silence. I need peace. Shut up.
Shut up.
Would you risk it and go with Ree to her twin's house?
100%. 100%. It's a 5-minute flight. I'll just say Taryn had a pee. And he has to have a partner. Are you gonna question my dragon?
I think that's not a far stretch, especially because of how powerful Taryn is and how protective he is. If he was going somewhere, you have to go with him because he's not going to leave you there to fend for yourself.
You. But I mean, we don't have Taryn as our dragon. You have a green dragon, correct? And I have a blue dragon.
You have Sigale.
I don't want Sigale. I'm literally Xaden.
I think you would be fine with Sigale.
We would be so sassy together.
It'd be hilarious.
But yeah, 100%. Would you? Would you risk it for the biscuit?
Oh, yeah. If I'm thinking like if you're my friend, right, in this scenario, I would go anywhere with you. Oh. Tell me to go somewhere, I'll be like, yep. Where are we going? How are we getting there? Let's figure it out.
I love it.
My last question. How would you feel if Xaden showed up to the house that you snuck out to? He's your wing leader, by the way.
What the fuck are you doing here? No, I would not. I think I would be so shocked that I would just walk back into her house and shut the door.
Literally not even turn around, just like
back up
backwards
and just shut the door.
I love it. Yeah, because that's gonna help. That's so funny.
Fucking Xaden and me would fucking just fight with shadows. And the sad thing is he has 2 years above me with training on them.
I just went so dark. Oh my god. If I was a terrible person and I had this signet ability, I would literally be like, well, do you want to talk to your dad or not?
Damn.
So awful.
I don't think Xaden likes you.
I don't like that. If I were to say anything like that, I would not deserve that ability or a dragon. I would be terrified that I'm getting in trouble though. Like for sure.
Like crap.
Yeah. Pack it up. It's time to go.
We were so close. Be like, would you believe me that I'm just a figment of your imagination?
Yeah. This is all a dream. I have like a cute little thing. It's just that Montserrat means jagged mountain, and we heard Ree and Violet both describe like the big mountains and how weird and like scary they kind of are in this chapter. So just Rebecca going back to using different languages to help her find names for things. So obviously everything has meaning. Just something to look out for.
It also sounds like mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Parmigiano.
Parmigiano. Well, do we have any listener lore?
We do. So we have 2 polls and we have 1 comment from my brother that I thought we would read. So we posted the dragon quiz.
Yes.
For people to take, and he took it too.
Okay.
And so he posted what his is. So let's read that.
Can I guess?
Sure.
This is the one that just finished Iron Flame, correct? The brother?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to say green or brown.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You are matched to the patient and adaptable brown dragon. Like this. Nice.
Sorry.
Much like this dragon, you understand the art of waiting for the right moment to act. You possess a keen sense of observation and patience. With your ability to adapt to any situation, you and your brown dragon companion are masters of surviving and thriving in nature's subtleties. My older brother is all about survival. That is like his main thing, so that makes so much sense for him. We have 2 polls to go over, both with 100% same answers. So,
okay. What's the questions?
Are secrets ever justified in leadership?
No. Yeah.
So the options were yes, sometimes, rarely, never, or depends on the stakes.
My answer would be that it depends, unfortunately. What was the 100% agreement answer?
Yes, sometimes. I'm a never person.
My first instinct is yes, never. Because I don't believe secrets are good. But I do understand that there are a lot of decisions when it comes to leadership. And I'm thinking I only understand it in a company position because that's what my experience comes from. And even though would I love to know all of the reasonings that decisions are made, there's a reason that there are certain decisions only certain people get to know all the information and why it's made and the reason or the what decision is made, because information is powerful, and if everyone has the information, then it can't be used for to get anywhere.
I just know everything gets messier when you aren't telling the truth.
That's true.
So that's where I come from.
I mean, I don't agree with Navarre and how they're handling their secrets.
It's wild.
I think a country could be more united when they understand what's happening. Hey, there are Venom out there. You have this chance to do this evil thing. Let's fight. Let's be aware. We want to make sure you're protected because it is so easy to die from a Venom. And
guess what? We're not protecting this whole other country just because there are enemies. Yeah. So, leave them out there to die. Okay, bye.
And literally, the Griffins and the Griffin Flyers are only our enemy because we refuse to let them come into our wards and protect them because they can't have their, powers and stuff in the wards. And so, we're not protecting them in any form because we're too worried about ourselves. And I get it. You can't protect everyone. But, if you were honest with your country and, that this is the true enemy, it's not these, you could protect these people in different ways.
You'd be saving your resources. You'd be gaining new resources, gaining new allies, and coming to better and bigger solutions than what they were doing.
It is... There's a reason the saying 2 heads are better than 1 is a thing. Because when you have people with different perspectives come together and have solutions, it's why doctors talk to other doctors. It's why researchers talk to other researchers. You're getting different perspectives. You have different solutions that you may have never thought about that could save so many people, but you're refusing to because you're selfish and you don't want to take the risk of hurting yourself.
Yep.
Shameful. What is the other poll question?
Okay, so this was on our Valentine's episode. So it was the would you rather be kissed by Xaden or be bonded to Taryn? 100% of people said bonded to Taryn, which is what we also said.
Because he's a grumpy grandpa and we love him.
I love it so much. That's all we got for some listener lore. If you would like us to read anything like I did for my brothers, you can always comment on YouTube or on Spotify and let us know. You can send us your hot takes, reviews, questions, your bookish opinions, any mini stories, and always answer the poll questions. We post them all the time.
Yes, thank you for everyone who has answered any of these and commented. You can see us over on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify at Booked and Bonded. Remember, next week we are reading chapters 27 and 28 and 27 of Xaden's point of view.
Which we have to find wherever that is.
Yes. It's somewhere on the interwebs. So we have a special little bonus clip for you guys this week. We have our husbands on the line, and they are going to do the which dragon from Fourth Wing do you bond with quiz. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Thomas. I'm Larissa's wife.
Yup.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Donald, and I'm here against my will.
Yup.
Donald.
And I'm Lizzie's husband.
And
If you play nice, we can get hoggies again this week. Okay, so Larissa, whenever you are ready, start the quiz. I'll fill it out for Donald and you can fill it out for Thomas.
the first question, how do you respond to conflict or danger? Do you face it head on, be offensive and fight back, talk it out and find common ground, avoid at all costs, think it through before acting, depends on how you feel that day, or be defensive and destroy it?
Depends on how I feel.
I like the second option.
I do.
I was about to say one of them is going to choose that, or both of them. I wasn't sure who.
Yep, fight back.
What is your favorite weather?
Permanent rain.
Permanent rain?
Gentle rain or like
Rain and
thunderstorm
stormy.
rain?
Oh, thunderstorms and rain. Okay.
Overcast.
What comes with fog and overcast? Also, some shadows.
I was thinking Dementors.
Yeah, that too. How would your friends describe you?
Unpredictable.
Okay.
So that's for you to put down.
I know what Thomas is. He's a passionate person.
What is your greatest weakness?
Disregard of
Laws.
what you said.
Disregard for laws? Love it.
Donald?
What's the second one?
Lack of empathy.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Oh boy.
What is your favorite color? Red, gold, blue, green, orange, black, or brown?
Black.
They are riders. That's pretty clear.
How would you approach your dragon?
Respect and patience. I ain't having that thing eat me. The fuck?
I prefer violently and behind, but since we can't pick that one, confident.
Confidently.
I think that makes sense for both of you.
And darn it.
Imagine you discover a hidden treasure. What would you do?
Display it in the home.
Destroy it before someone else can take it.
Yeah, I don't want them having it. Fuck them.
Which of the following quotes resonates with you the most?
Expect the unexpected.
Live in the moment.
Which of the following activities would you find most fulfilling or exhilarating?
The first one.
Battling in a ring. As
I
long
wanna
as you
rob
do
a
it with
bank.
your shirt off.
I want to rob a bank.
Dude, I would love to rob a bank. That'd be fun.
Okay.
I
He's
probably
going
can't
on a
run very
ledge.
fast to get away, but, you know, if they let me walk out the front door, then sure, yeah, I'm gonna rob the bank.
Maybe they would let you.
They might.
Just tell them I get one handicap pass.
What's your preferred way to relax or unwind?
Solitude. Solitude.
Oh, enjoying solitude. Okay, got it. I thought you said, "Aw, dude." I was like,
That's what I heard.
Sports.
Yeah, I clicked it before you even answered.
what is your preferred environment?
Ocean.
Ocean.
Oh,
Is there not
shit.
an option for sitting on my couch?
Because you don't get that.
I'd pick that one.
I didn't have couches back then, Donald.
Fine.
This is set in the future.
Can we sit on the floor in a circle or something instead?
Kumbaya.
Because a lot of those sound like nature, and I really don't want to go outside.
Well, a
So-
cave could be like inside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the sky. The sky sounds like fun. I like to fly.
Okay.
Okay.
Take me up in an aeroplane.
You're choosing
a
a dragon.
dragon?
You don't need an airplane.
Okay. So we'll chase the airplane with the dragon.
Yeah.
I think a dragon might be faster. I'd have to look into that.
Well, what if he gets tired? He can rest on top of the airplane. So
Yeah.
there we go.
What is your communication style?
What was the first one?
Mysterious and cryptic.
I was to go with that.
Okay.
Go vocal. I like to yell at people.
Is there an extra vocal option for him?
Vocal.
No. Vocal.
Vocal. Okay.
What is your favorite time of day?
Midnight.
Midnight.
What's your preferred method of problem solving?
Wait. Whatever the wait option was.
Waiting for the right moment.
Do I have to follow the plan, or can I just make the plan and then pretend to follow?
I think that would be,
On your feet?
that's either thinking on
Yeah.
your feet or taking bold risks.
Yeah.
All right, we're thinking on our feet. We sting like a bee.
How do you approach making new friends or connections?
Go with the first one.
Caution and gradual trust.
What was the second one?
Openly and confidently.
The second one?
Okay.
Yeah, that one makes sense. Confidently.
But if you ask Thomas, I just bully him. That's true.
That's pretty confident. Or lack of confidence. I don't know. It depends on who you are. Which of these qualities resonates with you the most?
The last one.
Oh, speed and precision?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the last one?
Harmony and cooperation?
Let's go with that.
That's such a lie.
Wrong.
Oh my god!
Wrong. Fake news.
Wait, what Donald choose?
Wow,
Second
okay.
I'm not
I-
shocked at all.
Which baddie did I just get?
Donald got an orange dragon.
Oh, I'm not surprised. They're like the ADHD dragons of the family. Also are known
So we
to
kill
like
people.
have the most
Evil.
evil characters.
Here, we have a little reading thing about it.
Alright, when can I actually have the dragon, though?
You can have the
Well, you-
dragon after you develop your signet ability.
Yep, and
How
that's
do I
another
do that?
quiz.
That's another quiz that we'll do another
I
time.
want to take another quiz.
You won't have to do it today.
Here,
Okay,
Larissa's
I can
gonna
do it
read the
tomorrow.
Larissa's gonna read the description of the orange dragon.
Okay, Donald, here's your dragon. Your companion is the swift and precise orange dragon. You approach challenges with a sense of urgency and excitement, and you thrive in fast-paced environments. Much like this dragon, you are skilled at outmaneuvering obstacles and seizing opportunities. Together with your orange dragon, you are a dynamic duo, navigating life's twists and turns with speed and precision.
I like that for him. He's adaptable.
I could see it. Just don't be allergic to oranges, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna have some problems here.
I'm gonna eat his back right leg so that we even out. It keeps the weight distribution correct.
Yeah, we could make that work. Yeah, for sure.
Alright. Cool. It's like
What did
Toothless, but,
Thomas-
like different.
Okay. I love Toothless. What did Thomas get?
Thomas got Black Dragon.
Got some Tairn?
Thomas, you're paired with the mysterious and enigmatic Black Dragon. Much like this dragon, you have a knack for delving into the depths of knowledge and navigating life's intricate mysteries. You thrive in the shadows, finding wisdom in the quiet and hidden places. With your analytical mind and cunning approach to challenges, you and your Black Dragon companion are a formidable team, thriving in the unknown.
Sure are.
He's like, I think it'll look cool.
At least their
can
outfits
you
will
get a
always
DUI
match.
on a dragon?
That's what I was gonna ask, actually.
Yeah, because I want to know
No.
how drunk I can get my dragon.
I don't think so. I don't think there's police officers in the sky.
No, I'm pretty sure no one would want to talk to a rider like that.
Drunk?
There we go, Thomas. They're gonna leave us alone. We can just fly our dragons around and people leave us alone.
Oh, well,
Well, your dragons kind of control you, so good luck with that one.
My dragon don't control me. I'll slap the fuck out of that dragon.
You would so be Venom. You would so become Venom.
instantly. Instantly when it's the...
Smacking that dragon
the
on
first
top of the
option-
head, and I'll say, "Be a dragon."
Okay. Well, thank you both for answering the questions. We will talk to you guys later if you want to say
Yeah, we got
bye.
Fortnite to Fortnite.
Yeah,
We got
Fortnite
Fortnite to Fortnite.
Alright, Thomas, ready up.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh.
Donald's made so much sense.
instantly venom. He's the second he realizes it's an option, he's like, "Oh, okay, that one.
That sounds good.
That sounds good." Yeah. Oh, my
I'm
soul.
surprised
I
by
don't give a
Thomas
fuck.
is. But I don't really see him being a dragon person either. I think he'd be infantry. Sorry.
I am not surprised by, like, I'm surprised, like, the intelligent part of it. Not that he's not intelligent. I'm not saying that. It's just, I just don't like any other dragon type for him.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
Red.
true. Yeah.
But
If he went more his angry and fighty self, that
Yeah,
sounds
I could see
so bad.
I don't know, he might have still been orange.
Maybe. But he's not
Well,
confident. He lacks the confidence in Orange once.
that's fair. Well, that was fun.
Love
Everyone, we'll talk to you later. Until next time. Bye.
it. See ya.